Albert is, and this is going to be a great question for Chuck. Albert is going to put his home on the market. He's filling out the disclosure, and he knows that in the backyard he has moles. And he's wondering, is there a place to disclose that and several other things? And we'll get into the other things in a second, because he's tearing apart these disclosures, wondering why certain things are being asked for, like the methamphetamines, if there's ever been a meth house, but other things that are more pertinent to the normal are not. So let's start with moles.
Moles, pests, but that's not in the house. That's on the land. So I don't know that that's
well, but wait, there's an
ahead.
area for ponding water, which is outside. In the backyard.
I get that, but that goes with flooding.
Okay, then there's the shared property at a driveway. That's another thing that they ask for.
Yeah, but that's with any kind of piece of land. That relates to title, not just condition.
Termites in the garage or in a wood pile.
But that's also part of this structure. We're not talking structure here. We're talking land back there. Geez. That's a good question.
Right. Well, there's more. Hang on. There's
okay,
more.
Keep going.
As we say, yes, there's more. He also wants to know, why isn't a death that occurred in the home required disclosure information?
Because people die everywhere. I mean, that's just not something that is required.
Okay. All right.
Now, at some point they may, but let's go back a few years. People die at home regularly, unless you're willing to admit that there are ghosts, and maybe you are. I don't know that that's that's the reasoning behind it. I'll tell you, it's not a requirement by law. Now,
well, that's actually the next question.
Okay.
You guessed it. He wants to know, why isn't there an area to disclose if you think there are ghosts? I'm not joking here. He's asking, why can't you disclose if there were ghosts in the home? If you felt that there were.
Regardless of what Zach Baggins says, there's no proof of ghosts.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Now there are cases out there. There are cases out there where if a house has, and it's you can always see when a judge is trying to fit an extreme situation into a case. And as they say, extreme situations make bad law. However, up in New York, there was a house that was supposedly haunted, and nobody said anything about it. These people moved in from out of town. They found the house. Oh my God, this house is so haunted. Let's get out of it. And they sued to have the sale set aside. And the judge actually did set the sale aside, not because of ghosts, but because of a bad reputation to the house. And if you look a little deeper into it, again, conspiracy perhaps, but like with the Amityville horror and all that, foreclosure issues, trying to get out of a foreclosure. So, hey, let's set the sale aside because of, fill in the blank, which always took some fun out of the movie for me. But anyway,
right. Yeah,
that's my take on that.
So let me quick reverse here. Is there anything that you think should be in the disclosure form that's not, as an attorney of years?
Well, as a person who has moles currently in his front lawn, I think you should have moles listed on there.
Really? Are you kidding?
No, I'm not.
Oh, wow.
I found what looked to me to be somebody just dumping a big pile of dirt on my driveway, and it turned out to be moles. Now, luckily, I'm on the HOA board, and we've been getting complaints about there being a coyote in the neighborhood. Well, coyotes eat moles. So, there you go.
Do they dig and get the moles? Is that something? Yeah, but they also
haven't seen it happen.
But it causes a danger to dogs and smaller dogs as well. So there's a real
coyotes don't attack generally.
Oh, really? Okay. All right.
Yeah, they're more of a if you're limping around and you're pretty small, they might go after you.
Oh, but that's still bad, Chuck. Come on.
Yeah.
All right. You got moles.
If you're a road runner.
Yeah. Maybe.
You know what I've heard for the moles?
What?
Go to a place that cuts hair and gather up all the hair cuttings on the floor that they sweep into and stuff the hair into the holes that the moles make. They end
You
up
know what?
killing them, scratching
I'd
them.
rather have pet moles.
Okay, there you go. And next thing we'll know, he's naming those molds. All right, so
And
let's move on.